Been waiting for this one. My partner and I own a small company with just 8 employees, and we share a building with a daycare. Our team is made up mostly of higher-level professionals, lawyers, CPAs, and the like. Each of us has a large office, along with a few common areas, conference rooms, and a nice kitchen. Overall, we occupy about 3,500 square feet, which is a lot for just 8 people, but necessary for our work. As part of our lease, we have exclusive rights to all 24 parking spots. This detail is crucial to the story. The daycare, on the other hand, has only about 10 spots in front of their building. For a long time, parents would use our lot to drop off their kids since the daycare's lot was often full with staff cars. I didn't mind at all. We had plenty of empty spots, and it was nice to see the happy children around in the mornings and afternoons. That was until about a month ago. I started arriving a bit later, right around the daycare's drop-off time. Our parking lot became chaotic with parents and kids everywhere. So I decided to use their lot, just like they had done with ours for years. The first day, no problem. The second day, though, the manager saw me and shot me a piercing stare. By the end of the week, my car was towed. No warning, no communication from the daycare. I went over to the daycare to ask if they knew it was my car. It's a very distinctive old blue truck, after all. The manager came out and in a rude tone told me it wasn't a mistake. She said, "Unfortunately, we can't have the liability of non-staff and parents in our lot. I'm sure the parents don't appreciate having to walk further or having an unknown adult like you around." She looked me up and down, as if I were some kind of threat. "Don't you have reserved spots in the back? You should really park there and let us park here." With an eye roll, she walked off. I was furious but managed to keep my cool, especially in front of the kids. A couple of days later, I told her I wished she had come to me before towing my car and costing me $600. I asked for an apology and mentioned that since we share the back lot and parents take up most of our spots, could I park in the front lot occasionally? She flatly said no, repeating her earlier speech, though this time she didn't comment on my appearance. I left it for a week, thinking it was over. But one morning, I found myself waiting 10 minutes for parents to clear out of our lot. And who do I see? The manager, snagging a spot in my lot before I could. That's when I decided to comply with her wishes and hatched a plan. I contacted the building owner and, under the guise of compliance for a state license we were applying for, requested to have a gate installed for employee and guest access only to our parking lot. I even offered to cover the cost. The owner approved it the same day. When the gate was installed 2 weeks later, I drove in early on the first day. The chaos that ensued was absolutely worth it. From my corner window, I had a perfect view of the daycare staff trying to figure out how to get in. They pressed all sorts of keys on the gate, trying to park where they had for months. Meanwhile, their lot filled up completely. Parents started arriving, and a staff member had to stand at the gate, telling them there was no access. Their parking lot became a mess, with parents double parked, while others had to park a quarter-mile away in a lot at the park our office overlooks. I eventually walked down to give the manager a little wait before heading back to my office. She shot me a glare that made me grin from ear to ear. I later learned she sent the owner an angry email about parking rights and how it was crazy that one small office got the entire back lot. Apparently, she didn't realize we had exclusive rights to all of it. The owner mentioned that we might need to discuss the parking provision in the future, but he didn't seem too concerned about it. I still have 2 years left on my lease, with an option to extend for another 5. So no plans on moving anytime soon from my office or my 24 parking spots. Just to clarify, this is an office building next to a park and residential homes. I'm not endangering any children. They now walk through a quarter-mile of grass and a playground to get to the daycare. There's not even a street to cross from that lot. If anything, I made the days of the employees and parents better. Finally figured out how to edit. I'm new around here. To everyone asking why I didn't tow the manager's car, 2 reasons. First, I was exhausted, working 12+ hour days for months. That day she parked there was near the end of that stretch. Towing a car was the last thing on my mind. I just wanted to get into the office and finish my work. Second, $600 and can be a lot of money for some people. I grew up fairly poor and know how devastating a towed car can be for a family struggling month to month. Maybe another day I would have done it, but I'm glad I didn't.